Hello viewers, this is my 911. I bought it new in 2010, its 15th birthday is in a few weeks' time. Now for 911 balls, this is a 911 997 Gen 2 Carrera T S. And because it's my 911, it's mint. It's done 31,000 miles. Still smells new. And because it's my 911, it's standard. It's in a standard colour, Carrera white, and I also went for the default Carrera wheels because I liked those more than the Ponzi multi-spoke ones, and that saved me a bit of money. There's no carbon fibre, there's no body kit, there's no graphics, there's no wing. The only deviations from German hospital standard 911 are this rear wiper, which for some reason was an option, and this 911 badge. Normally that would say 2S, but I thought that was a bit vulgs. Inside, all I really added were the sat-nav, the PSM Sport suspension button thing down here, which I've pressed once because it makes the car harder and more uncomfortable. Waste of money. Other than that, I rizzed it up a bit with this two-tone black and blue interior scheme, and I added a bit of cow's arse to bits that would otherwise just be plastic. Now that's it. There's no multifunction wheel, no sports seats, no carbon or aluminium trim, no sports exhaust, no sport chrono package, none of that stuff. There are no parking sensors, and it doesn't even have telephone connectivity. I was just too tight. There are also things not in here that you'd expect in a fairly basic modern car, such as lane departures, stop-start, automatic headlights, automatic windscreen wipers, voice recognition, all that sort of thing. None of it is in here, none of it. The steering wheel simply steers. If you want to alter the volume of the radio, you actually have to turn a knob down here with your fingers. And if you want to listen to your own banging tunes, you'll need either a CD or one of these, an original iPod. Retro, innit? Oh, almost forgot. It's a manual. To be honest, I've always been a bit conflicted about this car because on some days, today is one of them, I think it's fantastic because, you know, for all the reasons that people have gone on about for many, many decades, it's a practical, high-end sports car. There are 2 seats in the back for your kids. It's the Porsche that you can use daily. Blah, blah, bloody blah. But other times, I think it's really dull because apart from anything else, I mean, it's a German government issued 911, it's a C2S, and it's a bit of a midlife signifier, isn't it? You know, Porsche 911, carbon fiber bicycle, sit-on lawnmower, set of exquisite Japanese kitchen knives. I've got all those things as well. It's as square as a desk. So I was wondering, if the 2010 me were transported to 2025, would I buy a 911? And more importantly, which one? Well, here's an interesting thing. When I bought this, PDK paddle shift was already becoming a thing. In fact, a friend of mine bought exactly the same car, but with PDK. You had the choice on almost all 911s back then, PDK paddle shift or manual. Today, though, if you ignore the track weapon GT series cars, there is only one 911 that you can have with a manual transmission, and it's this, the Carrera T. It's such an unusual feature now, they actually put a sticker in the window to remind you where the gears are. So, would I buy one? Let's find out. Now, I'll be honest, I have watched my old mate Harry Metcalf driving this car, and he makes a complaint that I've made about cars in the past, which is that the gearing is too long. and you end up going massively over the speed limit trying to enjoy part of the essential character of this car, which is the vibes coming from the engine. But let's see. Interestingly, I use the word interestingly very guardedly as usual, this car has a 6-speed manual gearbox. Porsche had moved to a 7-speed manual, but they knocked one back off for this. Maybe to make it feel more like the old one, I don't know. It already has a very different feel from mine actually, even though I'm still only doing 48 miles an hour. It feels slightly more brittle. The gear knob is made of wood. Wow. I don't know, already, I mean, I've not driven at a very high speed or fast through any bends or anything, but it already feels much tighter than mine, and that's not because mine's worn out, because it's, as I've said, it's mint. It's just that mine feels slightly baggy by comparison. Gloriously, although it is a bit bigger, it's a little bit fatter than my 911, it doesn't actually feel it. I mean, it's not a Toyota Aygo, but it doesn't feel intimidatingly wide or anything like that. It still has an air of usable 911-ness about it. There are no back seats, by the way, in this one, but they are available, I think, as a no-cost option. You sort of have it by default without the back seats because that makes it more of a serious and high-performance driver's car. Hi, sorry to interrupt, but did you know that the front luggage compartment of the new Porsche 911 Carrera T will hold 192 standard 700 milliliter bottles of spirit? And that brings me neatly on to today's sponsor, which is James Gin. James Gin is absolutely delicious and can be enjoyed anywhere, even in here, but not if you're about to drive it, obviously. Click on the QR code or the link in the description, and now back to the video. Nice engine noise, interesting and characterful without being offensive and intrusive in any way. It sounds nice in the cabin. It sounds like it's coming from behind you, which means you're in a 911. So this car with these extras on, bucket seats, paint, a couple of other odds and sods, this is about £127,000. That's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot of money. Am I just getting old? I mean, I am slightly stuck in the past of prices because I still think a basic car is some £8,000 or £9,000, but they're not, are they? They're like £15,000 or £16,000. And a basic Golf is, I think now, well into the second half of the 20s. I remember that my car was just over 78,000. But that was 15 years ago. I mean, in reality, it's probably about the same, isn't it? How did I spend all that money on a car? What a foolish young thing I was. I have to say, it's quite tasteful in here because although it's massively equipped compared with my car, it's got knobs here, buttons on the wheels, multiple stalks, touch screen, things you can configure, much more sophisticated climate control and so on. It actually feels quite austere. And there's nothing fancy going on here. It's just, the usual Porsche, really nicely finished upholstery stuff. I wonder if you can have it all in Alcantara. These seats are leather on the sides, but fabric in the middle. I'd quite like it if it had the check like they had in the 80s, like you got on a turbo and stuff. That would be tremendous. It is odd, this, and I'm not sure I can entirely explain it, but you may remember I have an Alpine A110, which has paddles, and everybody who comments on it whenever I do something on it says, oh, it's a nice idea, but it should be a manual. I don't think so. I'm very happy that car has paddles. I think manual would actually spoil it. But this car Somehow I want this to be manual. I'm not a die-hard evangelist for manual transmissions, but this car should be a manual. Why is that? It's something to do with feelings. You know, it does something really interesting. When I change down, it blips the engine for me. I've been trying to do that myself. Even when I double declutch, then it did it. Sort of 25 miles an hour, I'm going to double declutch into second. Perfect. How does it know? Now look, I'm not a helmsman. I've never really done any proper motor racing or anything like that. For me, a car has to feel right, which is related to things like handling and road holding and steering feel and all the rest of it, but I don't necessarily analyze it as such. It's like music for me. It's a performative thing. The combination of all these things feels correct and makes me happy, then I think it's good. And I've got to say, I'm feeling quite happy. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet because I'm having a bit of a moment. Possible revelation. You know what this car is? It doesn't happen that often, but it's actually good-humoured. It's one of those cars, I know people laugh at me when I say this, but you drive it, you feel like the car is smiling. It's really alive, but it's not too hardcore and it's not too serious. It's a 911. It's a good time car. Sodding Nora, I knew I shouldn't have had a go in it. It's fantastic. Nice. Oh, it feels very, I'm going to use road testers jargon, it feels very planted. Pocket battleship. So I've brought my 911 back to the bug-out bunker and I've put it away, put its pyjamas on, and I think I'm over that little crisis. And a mate of mine who's a big 911 buff, he says, never sell your 911, you always regret it. A 911 is a bit like a dog, they're for life. Ball. 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 Come on, drop the ball. You have to drop the ball, otherwise I can't throw it. Come on. Look, it's not there. You have to drop the stick. He's behaving exactly like a dog who's dropped the stick, but he hasn't. It's still in his mouth. Drop the stick. Yes, go on. No, go on. Drop it. And then I can throw it. But only if you drop it. Come on, you know how this works. We've done it before. Little stick. Now you'll have to drop the big stick. Yes. Put it down. Have you eaten it? You're an idiot. Drop. Drop. That one.